Eat That Frog. Chapter 8. Apply the Law of Three. Do what you can with what you have, where you are. Theodore Roosevelt. Three core tasks that you perform contain most of the value that you contribute to your business or organization. Your ability to accurately identify these three key tasks and then focus on them most of the time is essential for you to perform at your best. Let me tell you a true story. 3 months after her first full day coaching sessions with me in San Diego, Cynthia told me that 3 months after her first full day coaching session with me in San Diego, Cynthia told the group a story. When I came here 90 days ago, you claimed that you would show me how to double my income and my time off within 12 months. This sounded completely unrealistic, but I was willing to give it a try. On the first day, you asked me to write down a list of everything that I did over the course of a week or a month. I came up with 17 tasks that I was responsible for. My problem was that I was completely overwhelmed with work. I was working 10 to 12 hours per day, 6 days per week, and not spending enough time with my husband and my 2 young children. But I didn't see any way out. I had been working for 8 years for a fast-growing entrepreneurial company in the high-tech area, but there always seemed to be an overwhelming amount of work to do and never enough time. One thing all day long. She continued with her story. Once I had made this list, you told me to ask this question. If you could do only one thing on this list all day long, which one task would contribute the greatest value to your company? Once I had identified that task, which was quite easy, I put a circle around that number. You then asked, if you could do only one more thing on your list of key tasks, which would be the second activity that contributes the most value to your company? Once I had identified the second most important task, you asked me the same question with regards to the third most important task. You then said something that shocked me at the time. You said that fully 90% of the value that you contribute to your company is contained in those three tasks, whatever they are. Everything else you do is either a support task or a complementary task that could probably be delegated, downsized, outsourced, or eliminated. Take immediate action. Cynthia continued with her story. As I looked at the three tasks, I realized that these were the three things I did that contributed the most value to my company. This was on a Friday. On Monday morning at 10 o'clock, I met with my boss and explained what I had discovered. I said that I needed his help in delegating and outsourcing all of my work except those three key tasks. I felt that if I could work on those three tasks exclusively all day long, I could more than double my contribution to the company. Then I told him that if I doubled my contribution, I would like to be paid twice as much. He said, my boss was she said my boss was completely silent. He looked at my list of key tasks, looked back up at me, and looked at the list again. He then said, you're right. These are the three most important things that you do in this company, and the three things that you do best. I will help you delegate and outsource all of these other minor tasks to free you up to work full-time on these three key tasks. And if you double your contribution, I will pay you twice as much. Transform your life. Cynthia concluded her story by saying, he did. Then I did. Then he did. He helped me delegate and assign my minor tasks so I could concentrate on my top three jobs. As a result, I doubled my output over the next 30 days, and he doubled my income. I'd been working very hard for more than 8 years, and I doubled my income in just 1 month by focusing all of my time and energy on my three key tasks. Not only that, but instead of working 10 and 12-hour days, I work from 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock and spend time in the evenings and on the weekends with my husband and my children. Focusing on my key tasks has transformed my life. Perhaps the most important word in the world of work is contribution. Your rewards, both financial and emotional, will always be in direct proportion to your results, to the value of your contribution. If you want to increase your rewards, you must focus on increasing the value of what you do. You must dedicate yourself to contributing more results to your company, and 3 key tasks always contribute the most. The quick list method. Here's an exercise that we use with our coaching clients very early in the process. We give them a sheet of paper and then tell them in 30 seconds, write down your 3 most important goals in life right now. We have found that when people have only 30 seconds to write their 3 most important goals, their answers are as accurate as if they had 30 minutes or 3 hours. Their subconscious minds seem to go into hyperdrive, and their 3 most important goals pop out of their heads and onto the paper, often to the surprise of the people doing the exercise. In 80% or more of the cases, people have 3 goals in common. First, a financial and career goal. Second, a family or personal relationship goal. And third, a health or fitness goal. And this is as it should be. These are the 3 most important areas of life. If you give yourself a grade on a scale of 1 to 10 in each of these 3 areas, you can immediately identify where you are doing well in your life and where you need some improvement. Try it yourself and see. Give this exercise to your spouse or your children. The answer can be quite revealing. Later in our coaching program, we expand this exercise by asking the following questions. 1. What are your 3 most important business or career goals right now? 2. What are your 3 most important family or relationship goals right now? 3. What are your 3 most important financial goals right now? 4. What are your 3 most important health goals right now? 5. What are your 3 most important personal and professional development goals right now? 6. What are your 3 most important social and community goals right now? 7. What are your 3 biggest problems or concerns in life right now? When you force yourself to ask and answer each of these questions in 30 seconds or less, you'll be amazed at the answers. Whatever your answers, they will usually be an accurate snapshot of your true situation in life at the moment. These answers will tell you what is really important to you. While you're setting goals and priorities, getting organized, concentrating single-mindedly on one task at a time, and disciplining yourself to complete your most important tasks, you must never forget that your ultimate goal is to live a long, happy, and healthy life. Time management is a means to an end. The main reason to develop time management skills is so that you can complete everything that is really important in your work and free up more and more time to do the things in your personal life that give you the greatest happiness and satisfaction. Fully 85% of your happiness in life will come from happy relationships with other people, especially those closest to you, as well as the members of your family. The critical determinant of the quality of your relationships is the amount of time that you spend face to face with the people you love and who love you in return. The purpose of time management, of eating that frog and getting more done in less time, is to enable you to spend more face time with the people you care about, doing the things that give you the greatest amount of joy in life. Rule. It is the quality of time at work that counts and the quantity of time at home that matters. Let me repeat that. Rule. It is the quality of time at work that counts and the quantity of time at home that matters. Work all the time you work. To keep your life in balance, you should resolve to work all the time you work. When you go to work, put your head down and work the whole time. Start a little earlier, stay a little later, and work a little harder. Don't waste time. Every minute that you spend in idle chit-chat with coworkers is time taken away from the work that you must accomplish if you want to do well at your job. Even worse, time that you waste at work often has to be taken away from your family. You have to either stay late or take work home and work in the evenings. By not working effectively and efficiently during your workday, you create unnecessary stress and deprive the members of your family of the very best person you can possibly be. Balance is not optional. One of the most famous sayings of the ancient Greeks is moderation in all things. You need balance between your work and your personal life. You need to set priorities at work and concentrate on your most valuable tasks. At the same time, you must never lose sight of the fact that the reason for working efficiently is so that you can enjoy higher quality of life at home with your family. Sometimes people come up to me and ask, how do I achieve balance between my work and my home life? I ask them in return, how often does a tightrope walker balance when on the high wire? After a few seconds of thinking, they almost always say, all the time. I say that is the same situation with balance between work and home life. You have to do it all the time. You never reach a point where you have attained it perfectly. You have to work at it. Your goal should be to perform at your very best at work, to get the very most done and enjoy the very highest level of rewards possible for you in your career. Simultaneously, you must always remember to smell the flowers along the way. Never lose sight of the real reasons why you work as hard as you do and why you're so determined to accomplish the very most with the time that you invest. The more time you spend face to face with the people you love, the happier you will be. Eat that frog. Determine the three most important tasks that you do in your work. Ask yourself, if I could do only one thing all day long, which one task would contribute the greatest value to my career? Do this exercise 2 more times. Once you have identified your big 3, concentrate on them single-mindedly all day long. 2. Identify your 3 most important goals in each area of your life. Organize them by priority. Make plans for their accomplishment and work on your plans every single day. You'll be amazed at what you achieve in the months and years ahead. And that, my friends, is the end of Chapter 8. Stay tuned for Chapter 9.